Peace, family. What's good? It's your brother God Science up in here. Shout out, salute to everybody watching the video, subscribing. Really appreciate y'all leaving comments, chopping it up with me. Let me know what y'all think. I really appreciate that. True indeed. Salute to y'all. Just wanted to do a quick video, man, and it's actually a video that I really not happy about making. It's actually a video. You see the title that Brother Young Pharaoh and the General Seti going at the Nation of Islam and Farakkhan, and making the claims that he has sold us out to the occult and Scientology. Now, looking at that picture right there, I don't know what to say. Let me say this first. I'm not going to be biased. I know y'all see my universal flag. I was brought up in the Nation of Gods and Earths. I knew a lot of people in the Nation of Islam. They're sort of kind of linked together for the only reason that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings, that lost found Muslim lessons, supreme wisdom, is a part of the 120. It was added on and built upon by Father Allah with the supreme mathematics, the alphabets. But the foundation of it, yes, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and that white Jew like y'all, that y'all like to talk about and call him white and Jew and make fun of him and all that. Yes, him. Those lessons. Now, a lot of people won't, want to admit this, but they won't be on a spiritual path or what you would call conscious if it wasn't for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad or Louis Farrakhan. Growing up in New York in the late 80s, early 90s, Louis Farrakhan was a force. His voice was powerful. I mean, you listen to the hip-hop around that time, they were sampling him left to right. There was nobody standing up and speaking like that. And because of that, he awoke a lot of people. They might have moved on and studied newer things and, have a change of perspective. But the foundation, the one who took that spiritual back and blasted upside your head and woke you up, was probably Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings or Louis Farrakhan. Because of this, I remember him as that person. So I have some respect for him. It's hard for me to, even though I don't agree with a lot of the moves that he's making, and there's no argument that he has added on or changed the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings. The issue is that bad or something? Because there's a divide in the Nation of Islam. You have places like Muhammad Temple number 15 that don't follow Louis Farrakhan. Why? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad states that after him, there's no one else. Excuse me. After him, there's no one else. There's no reason for anyone else to come behind him. But then you have people that follow Louis Farrakhan. And they say, the famous line, if you see him, follow him. Not exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. When he speaks, listen. So you have a little divide there. I don't think there's no denying that he's changed it. But see, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad died in the 70s. Now, some people will argue with me and say he's on the mothership. I don't know that. I remember when Louis Farrakhan first came out and talked about him having an experience of being a mothership. At first, I was like, oh my God, don't say it, don't say it. But then I'm like, why would somebody get up there and say that knowing that they're going to be ridiculed, that people going to be like, man, hold up, man, I don't know about this shit now. We're talking about UFOs and shit, I don't know. Personally, I believe he had an experience. I don't know what it is. If it was aliens, I don't know what it is. Maybe he was astro traveling. Because I do believe those things are possible. Certain things you can't really express to people. They have to go through it themselves to see if it's true or not. Maybe he's doing that. I don't know. But I just never seen why a person would come out and say some shit like that, knowing at the height of his, knowing that people gonna, I believe he had some type of experience. But is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad on that ship? I don't know. With Master Pharaoh Muhammad? I don't know. I always answer that question. Because seeing the Nation of Gods on Earth, we're taught that there's no mystery God. even in the Nation of Islam. But there's a lot of mystery that surrounds Fard Muhammad. Like, what ever happened to him? How the hell did he know all that stuff? I know the Nation of Islam refers to him as God in person. Me, I think it's, what are you calling God? Right? What's your definition of God? Is God the infinite, the nothingness, the thing that holds all this shit together? If God is infinite, or God is not really nothingness, but we can't comprehend what it is, or God is the Asiatic black man, or God is the black woman, I guess it's all perfect. What you think God is? The point is this: he's made some moves that I like to see someone step up and an explanation for that. And this is nothing new. I mean, brothers like Ali Muhammad with the big debate that went down with brother Philip Muhammad. I don't know what happened to that brother. Don't even see him anymore on social media. But that was a good debate. And I think Dr. Ali Muhammad won that. Why? Because there's no denying that he's added on or changed his teachings. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad's teachings. Now, will we agree with him? No. But even if we don't, you see, I don't believe any lead is from reproach. You can't question them. When you start getting to that point that where you can't question him and you can't, he's a human being like everybody else. He's in my eyes, I see the good that he has done. But explaining it as Dianetics being a technology to help black people with their trauma, because we do have some goddamn issues like every other human being, but with us, we know we've been totally and royally mind fucked. Is it possible to take, we're gonna take this technology that they're using and use it for us? I don't think we will ever even know. Or is it a cosign from the Scientology? Or we're gonna give you a couple more dollars for you to rep our thing? Who knows? I just try to focus in on when I think of Brother Minister Farakkhan, I think of him as when it was in the 80s and the 90s. There's a lot of changes. Maybe he's just lived and evolved, or maybe he's just really sold us out. I would love to see a debate, whether it's by Brother Ben X or anybody else in the younger generation that's repping and holding down the NOI. I would love for them to step up and explain a lot of this shit, because a lot of the stuff I not really surprised, because in my mind, I always knew he's changed and added different things. He's steering the ship the best way he thinks it should be steered. Should we come out and attack him like that, or try to go behind the scenes and try to get some answers and things like that? See, it's the way how you do things. Now, I'm in my 30s, Pharaoh was in his 20s. He probably wasn't that, remembered Minister Farakkhan at the time when he came up. But see, I have some respect for the man. Because whatever you say, he was doing this shit before a lot of people was even fucking born. I think he deserves the benefit. What I'm trying to say is he doesn't deserve to be attacked. He deserves to be like, hey, we need some answers. Let's try that first before we, go out and try to insult him. We need some answers about this. We're feeling funny with this and that. Now, some people will argue, well, he don't have to answer you. Who the fuck is you? You could take that approach. But then, see, you do move like that, then it's like, okay, now you're hiding something. You think you don't have to answer to people, because this is not only Pharaoh and Seti. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of people come out and talk down Minister Louis Farrakhan like nothing. Like, man, he getting paid by, he's so loud. Scientology is paying him, and then they'll bring up things like, well, why he ain't died yet? Why he ain't died yet? Why they ain't kill him yet? Because he wanna. You hear all these damn arguments. You don't know what the fuck to believe sometimes. But what I do know is pictures like this, I just can't, and through the whole, let's play a little
Ron L. Hubbard book. This is Ron L. Hubbard book right here. Okay? You see these niggas in the front. Look at this. Nation of Islam, Church of Scientology. Okay? Okay? And so I'm not gonna show y'all too much. I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, this just to let y'all know how we giving it up.
Standing right there with the crap.
All right, now I have a different approach than Seti in these and Pharaoh. All right, let's just say, for instance, a white person really wants to become a Nation of Islam. Now I know the lessons say, can you reform a devil? No, but they can practice righteousness. They can practice righteousness. What if I'm not on that every white person, because it's not logical. It's not even possible that every white person is wicked and evil, because we live in the law. We live in polarity. There's always going to be a mix. There's never going to be a group of people that's all good, and there's never going to be a group of all people that's all bad. You always going to find mix. This is the law. This is the universe we live in, the polarity. So all white people being monsters and wicked, I don't believe that. But if they do convert to Islam, Nation of Islam, and I'm not talking about someone that does it and then they're working for the CIA or the FBI and their big scheme is, we're going to take down Farakkhan. I'm talking about someone that's legitimately, his heart is in it. This is what, and he gives his life to it, and he practices righteousness and joins the Nation of Islam. Is that bad? I mean, they could be doing worse, right? Like fucking marching in the streets with the KKKs, or joining the police force, shooting some unarmed black person or Latino person. They could be doing worse shit than joining the Nation of Islam. Isn't it good to get them to become righteous? Now, like I said, some people would disagree with me on this, but I don't know if the Honorable Elijah Muhammad would accept that. His stance was, let's get our shit together first. But see, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is not here. Minister Louis Farrakhan is, and he's the driver of the ship. So if he decides that, I guess that's what it is. Some people will disagree. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff, but hey, I'm not the leader of the NOI, right? So, don't want to stay too long. What y'all think about this whole, and like I said, this is not only Seti, and it's a lot of people. I can even play a clip by Brother Hassan Campbell going in on the Nation of Islam and Louis Farrakhan. I think he has more personal issues because he feels like Farrakhan stood with Africa Bambaataa, and we know that Papi, claims that he's a alleged, booty taker. So, like I said, I don't want to, I would never, if I have factual proof in my hands, and like I said, Pharaoh did I'm not even going to front, he did a good job of popping holes like hell into the NOI and showing some shit that really needs to be answered. Now, like I said, I'll keep an open mind, and I want to hear someone from the NOI camp. I want to see a damn debate to explain a lot of this stuff, because a lot of this shit doesn't look right. another issue they bring up, he's living in Chicago and it's like the worst place. Now at one point I don't want to put everything on him, but what we gonna do?